Alright everybody, welcome to episode 279 of Psykos Platters. Always powered by coffee each and every time. Feeling groovy with the Snoopy mug, that's right. So, first of all guys, I want to let you know, if you haven't seen my latest video, I did a album review on the new Who album. I would behoove you, see what I did there, to go watch that last video, which is actually doing very good in the view count. I was very surprised. And take a look at it, and maybe you'll enjoy it for that one. It's actually a double review for that episode. So, basically, what? It's LP finds and Christmas goodies. That's what the heck we're doing here. I know it's December 18th as I'm filming this, and I hope everybody is getting themselves prepared for, well, a week from now, of course, is Christmas Day. I hope everybody in the VC has a Merry Christmas. I love you guys out there. I do, honestly. So, alright. So, some of these, actually most of this, because some of this I didn't do any research. Okay, I'm sorry. I got lazy. I just have not had a lot of time to do things. But a lot of these LPs I got from two different sources, actually. One was a record store, Vinyl Frontier in McHenry, Illinois, back in November when I went. I did go visit another record store, Siren Records, which we'll talk about Siren Records when I do my 45 episode, because I got a ton of 45s from Siren. Oh, some of the things I got. Man, oh man, it surprised me. But let's start out with the 3 albums that I picked up from Vinyl Frontier. Now, like I said, the first 40 years of my life, so 67 to 07, I grew up in Chicagoland. I was in, there is a difference between Chicago and Chicagoland. That's just what it is. But I've always had a soft spot for bands that came from the area, whether they did really good or not. Eventually, I'm going to probably do a multi-part episode just on Chicago area bands alone, because I've got a lot of different stuff in my collection that needs to be shown if it hasn't been shown already. Alright? But this one here, I heard about this band, actually, excuse me, I'm allergic to myself. So, I remember getting a pin from somebody. I used to have a jean jacket, and I wore some of my music pins. And I grabbed, I said, who is this? Sorry. Oh, God. The Kind. From 1982. This is the front. This is the back. I gotta confess, I have not had a chance to listen to this yet. I was doing fine till I started this video. Sorry. So, I've heard good things about this power pop, Chicago power pop. I've got a bunch of examples of Chicago power pop, like Pez Band, Off-Broadway, things like that. But this one here, I'm glad I got this. I didn't pay very much for these 3 albums, actually. It came out to like $5-6 a piece. Co-produced and some instrumental involvement by Gary Loazzo, which, if that name sounds familiar to you, great. If not, Gary Loazzo was, in the 1960s, the original lead singer of the American Breed. That's right. And so he went from doing that to he ended up engineering a bunch of different albums. Mainly, he was known for his work with Styx. He engineered a lot of albums, going back to, if I remember correctly, towards the latter end of the Wood Nickel period all the way to, I want to say, at least edge of the century, maybe even later. Okay, I don't have the Styx catalog on me right now. So, but he always used to produce other bands too, and do some other involvements, and this is one of those. So I can't wait to hear this. This one here is on a local press, actually. 360 Records is, of course, Doug Fields happened to like the really cool UA sleeve that this thing was housed in. I'm like, yeah, I said I don't have that either. I'll have to stick that with. But it's just a blue 360, and it's nice and minty. So I can't wait to listen to that. So The Kind from 1982. This one actually has been kind of sort of on my want list. Sort of. So I got a mild bit of confusion, just a slight amount here. I have got 1971, Love It to Death, Alice Cooper. But guess what, kids? It's got the thumb. Yes, it's got the thumb protruding from the cape. So, yeah, that is the rarer version of such. And, of course, this was a gatefold. I love the original Alice Cooper group. I really, really do. They put out some hell of great records. But here's the thing I'm going to show you. Now, this was the last album that was done under the Straight subsidy. Yes, this is a Pink Label Straight original press. But I could have sworn, and this is what threw me off a little, and if you know, put this in the comments, please. I've seen copies where in the corner it actually shows the Straight logo and then WB for Warner Brothers, okay? But as you can see, this one doesn't have it, but yet it's got the protruding thumb. I was only led to believe, originally I thought that it was supposed to be only on the WB Straights. Well, obviously not, so I screwed that up a little bit on this. So I don't know how long this one ran, but like I said, this was from 71, and of course it's got I'm 18, and Is It My Body, and Dwight Fry, The Ballad of Dwight Fry, and a bunch of other cool stuff. So I'm actually happy to have this in my collection too. Now, sort of to go back to local, but not exactly. From 1983, 84 roughly, because yeah, I don't think there's a date on the back of this, but that's what I'm led to believe, is that it was 83. So like I said, this is only the second copy that I've ever come across, and the first copy with the jacket, because I found a copy down here without the jacket, and I'm going, who the hell had this? Because it was really a localized pressing, and I'll explain in a minute. So like I said, from 1983, 84, Gray Star, Telephone Sex. Here's the front, here's the back. Alright. Hubba Hubba. Indeed. Now, here's the thing. Gray Star is a familiar face in, well, at least should I say this nice, beautiful woman here. I miss her. She's been gone since 95 now. But she, in the 70s, was a big to-do. Because this woman here is Ruby Starr. That's right, Ruby Starr, who was with Black Oak, Arkansas, and sang on Jim Dandy, and basically from 73 to 76 was all over the place with those guys, and then had her solo career till about, I think it was like 79, 80, and then it kind of petered out. Her real name, it's a very long name, but I mean, she's been under Ruby Jones, Connie Jones, little Connie Jones, Ruby Jones, Ruby Starr, of course Ruby Starr, Grey Ghost, which was her solo career, and then she kind of disappeared for a couple of years, so to speak. she ended up moving to near Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and that's where this is actually, this is a, like I said, a local press. It was made in Milwaukee, and Gray Star lasted for a while in different forms here, because Ruby comes in and the band was named Lucy Gray, so they made it to Gray Star instead. She ended up, she kept trying through the 80s, you know, and pretty much tooled around Wisconsin. I'm told she was a semi-fixture at the Brat Stop in Kenosha. If any of you southern Wisconsin, northern Illinoisers know what I'm talking about. I've seen some video on YouTube. She had an excellent song called Places of the Heart. That thing should have been a damn hit. It almost sounded like Pat Benatar-ish at times. You know, it would have worked. Needless to say, I'm happy to have this. I have not had a chance to listen to it, but like I said, I didn't pay a lot for it, but it's not as easy to find as some people would think. So, Gray Star. So, I stopped at a Salvation Army in McHenry. Well, all the other times that I went, never found crap. Seriously, never. I'm like, ugh. Well, it proved me wrong. I went, it was snowing, the roads were a little but the Salvation Army was open. And it was me and one other person in the store. Sometimes that's the best time to go. So, I'll show you the things here, but there would have been some other ones, but the condition on some of those other albums were ridiculous. But the first thing that I landed, which I finally have a super decent copy of this, Elvis's GI Blues. Yes, in mono. In mono. The thing is, I mean, it amazes me to no end that the condition, like this one here just needs a little bit of cleaning. There's really only, honestly, like a couple minor scratches. That's it. But I'm like, wow, you know, to find this in awesome shape for Elvis, that is something else. These next few, I snagged a Beach Boys run. That's what I did. Let's see if I can go from, let's see. I never had this album. Smiley Smile. Yeah, I've been looking for this one for a while. Of course, Heroes and Villains on here. Vegetables. Vegetables with Paul McCartney crunching on a vegetable. True story. He's on there. Good Vibrations. Oh, man. In my opinion, the ultimate Beach Boys song. I don't give a shit what anybody says. That is what it is. And of course, this one here, Smiley Smile in stereo on Brother Records. This one here, Truth, never been played. Never been played. These are like near mint to minty Beach Boys. I could not get over this. For 99 cents, by the way. 99 cents. And then I showed a double CD review of the 50th anniversary of this album that came out. But, you know, I wish, my only minor complaint, I wish this was in mono. But I also have now a copy of Wild Honey. This one here is in stereo. Here's the front. Here's the back. Of course, you got Wild Honey and Darlin'. And I'll tell you this, okay? I said this before and I'll say it again. Their version of Stevie Wonder's I Was Made to Love Her, oh my God. It's jaw-dropping. It is. I loved how it worked. How she boogalooed it. That's great. So, and then of course this one here. All of these nicely sleeved too, by the way. And nice minty capital. Oh man. Okay. And then I have a copy of this already. but I'm going to have to check. Something tells me this is going to be a better copy for me. Oh yeah, that Wild Honey, by the way, 1968, I apologize. If I remember correctly, Friends was put out in 69. Yes. So, trying to think here. I'm not sure what the big one off of this one was. But, and of course, yep, nicely minty. Man, oh man, I don't think I could have asked for anything more. Now, this next one threw me for a loop. And I got this for 99 cents, too. Man, oh man. I didn't know they did a box set. Yeah. This is a box set. Here's the front. Here's the back. It says Beach Boys Deluxe 30 Hits. My daughter is yes. What do you want? I'm filming. You know, she always bothers me. I love her, but she bothers me. She's putting the pin cushions back. Thank you. Say something.
I put up the Christmas lights.
Oh, you put up the Christmas lights. See, this is a Christmas episode. How convenient. She put up the Christmas lights. Good. I can't wait to see them.
Then get off.
Good! I can't wait to see. See what this is why I have stress. I have extra gray hairs because of her. She's 27! I love her, but she's 27. Alright, so 36 of their greatest hits. Alright. Basically, of course, in essence, what it is it's Pet Sounds, Summer Days and Summer Nights, and the Beach Boys Today, all thrown in a box set. And yeah, I know, I'm not proud of it. It says duophonic. Doug Fields and I had a discussion about duophonic. They're all minty, but there's no book. It's just there's 3 records in here. But awesome set. I have never seen this. So I am so glad to have those Beach Boys in my collection. So, Christmas album and Christmas gifts. How about that? I told you it was going to be the second part. Okay. I snagged on CD. I haven't had a chance to listen to them yet. Fuzz for the Holidays. Davey Allen and the Arrows. Yeah, 99 cents. Produced by Little Steven on his Wicked Cool Records. Mr. Fuzz Tone, Davey Allen himself. 2008, I did not know that Tommy James did a Christmas album. I love Christmas. The funny part about it is that there's one track on here. It's called It's Christmas Again. It is a Tommy James and the Shondells reunion on that track of all the surviving Shondells, because I know one's passed. When you go to see, this is a FYI, if you go to see Tommy James, and he's got Tommy James and the Shondells, okay, it's not the Shondells. It's his new version of the Shondells, because he owns the name of that. The Shondells are still around, but they live in Pennsylvania. And they are under the name the Crystal Blue Band, as in Crystal Blue Persuasion. And it is the other 3 members of the Shondells are in the Crystal Blue Band. I'm not entirely sure what the deal is as to why chances are they're not going to get back together again in any form. I could be wrong on this, but the last thing I read, that's what it was about. So, I Love Christmas, Tommy James from 2008, and of course, from 1963, and I didn't have a CD copy of this. I do have the vinyl of Phil Spector, A Christmas Gift for You. Yes. Also, of course, just bringing these back up there in case you forgot, Cheap Trick's Christmas Christmas, an interesting Christmas album to say the least, and Monkey's Christmas Party. That's right. If you don't have these, go get them, especially this one, because you'll be happy with that stuff. Christmas gifts. My son James decided to give me his the Christmas gifts early. I'm not entirely sure why, but that's what he did. So he bought these at Walmart. And he got me exclusive translucent red vinyl only at Walmart. The Imperial March, Darth Vader's theme, the asteroid feel, Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back 45. Of course, the music was composed by John Williams. There's the front, there's the back. And I haven't opened these yet. I'm not going to open them till Christmas, actually. Exclusive Snowflake Picture Disc. Charlie Brown Christmas, Vince Guaraldi Trio. That's all I'm going to say. Of course, the good old classic album. Here's the front. There's the back. I have always loved Charlie Brown Christmas. I always will. I got to see it on TV at least once every Christmas, just like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's requirements. I know, kind of dumb, right? That's how it is. And, of course, I love Peanuts and Felix the Cat are my favorites. Also, I belong to some autograph clubs. Okay? Like, buy, sell, there's contests and things like that, alright? So I won some things. I want to show you. You're going to have to forgive me about if there's any potential glare. The first prize came all the way from Australia. I've kind of felt bad because the postage was ridiculous. But I won. These are all legitimately signed, pictures proven, certificates. Vera Miles. Now, I don't know if you know who Vera Miles is. If you do, that's great. And if not, she's been in other movies, but the main one, this picture, of course, is from Psycho. The original Psycho. And she ended up in Psycho 2, of course, done in the 80s. So I thought this was pretty cool to win this. And I also won from another person, cover up here the address, from New Lenox, Illinois, which is a hop, skip, and a jump from Joliet. So not too far from where I used to live. And I know you're not going to see this very well, unfortunately, because he scribbles, it appears, the celebrity does. But Peter Billingsley, yep, that's right, good old Ralphie from A Christmas Story. The autograph is over here, but I have a signed 8x10 of Peter Billingsley from Christmas Story. I'm happy to have it. I'm happy to have it in the autograph collection. You just never know. You just never know. And I was this close to winning a Billy Gibbons ZZ Top. It's okay. I can't win them all, you know. I do have... Christmas is bare bones in my house, but I got myself one $20 treat. I'm not going to tell you what it is till I get it. But it's signed, and it's by a lead singer of one of my favorite heavy metal bands. Yeah. So, for 20 bucks, I couldn't pass it up. I couldn't. Alright. Let's see. Flash Gordon's One Record at a Time. And, if I remember correctly, Steve White, comedian. I hope that I got that right, Steve, because I'm just going off the top of my head. New subscribers to the Psykos Platters channel. Yes, and thank you very much for subbing. I hope to have more episodes in 2020. I'll probably try to shoot one more episode between now and the end of the year. I hope. I'm not going to promise on that, though. I do have... well, I'll tell you that in a minute. Wax Museum with Ronnie Dark and Night Owl Lounge with Mike Adams. Sunday nights 6 to 9 Central Standard and 9 to 10 Central Standard on 87.7 WVOA FM, Syracuse, New York. You can listen to it on Uber stations, which is what I listen to it on, or tuned in, or whichever you feel like. Excellent. Ronnie and his gang are great. You like 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, Hell, he'll even play new music once in a while. Stuff you will not hear on the radio. Seriously, he's that good. So I recommend, please, that you go check out those shows. Sorry. So I want to do a 45 show. I'm not sure if I'm just going to do a regular 45 show, or in a way I have a Beatle finds video. It'd be 3 to 4 45s that I grabbed. And one of them definitely deserves a story. And I think we're going to try to do that next. We'll do a Beatle find 45 find video next for what we got. And then coming down the way, I'm going to be doing a couple more album reviews. I like doing the album reviews. I know some people are like, but you know what? I like doing them, okay? And I like educating, or at least, well, I mean, it's my opinion. But I do, you know, it's facts mixed with my opinion. I know, I'm going long-winded today. Sorry, kids. But I like doing the review episodes. That's all there is to it. I try to put the news out there. For example, that Who video I told you about, the bonus review video was about the new Roger Daltrey, or should I say the 2018 Roger Daltrey. And some people didn't even know it was out. So I don't mind trying to... I've got people now looking for this thing. I'm like, good. You should. If there's good music, I'm going to help you seek it out. That's all there is to it. Same thing for the Mike Nesmith one from 7A. I've had about, I'd say, a dozen people go off and tell me that they bought it or they're getting ready to buy it because they didn't know it was out and how awesome it is. I try here, guys, in the VC. I do. We all do, don't we? Alright, guys. I love you. I don't think I'll be making one between now and Christmas, so I'm going to tell you Merry Christmas now, and a Happy New Year, too, coming up. We all need a better 2020. Yeah, we all need a better 2020. Take care, God bless, rock on, and do yourself a favor. Don't stick your tongue to a metal flagpole.